The early Christian church had a complex relationship with science. Early Christians, like St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas, embraced the use of reason and observation in understanding the natural world. Others were more skeptical of scientific inquiry. The main reason for this skepticism was the belief that the natural world was already fully understood through the teachings of the Bible and other religious texts, and that further investigation was unnecessary. Any deviation from this understanding would be a form of blasphemy and looked down on by the church. Many early Christian leaders were concerned that the advancement of science would threaten the church's authority and undermine the belief in miracles and other supernatural events. They were afraid that people would start using logic and reason to understand God. Because of this fear, numerous scientists and philosophers were subjected to persecution by the church, some facing excommunication, others imprisonment and even execution. For example, Galileo Galilei, the famous astronomer and physicist, was put on trial by the Catholic Church in 1633 for his belief that the Earth revolved around the Sun, which was deemed heretical at the time. He was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Similarly, the alchemist Giordano Bruno was burned at the stake in 1600 by the Catholic Church for his belief in science. Alchemy, an ancient practice that aimed to transform base metals into gold and discover the elixir of life, was also seen as a threat by the Church. The Catholic Church had an active role in the persecution of alchemists and scientists who dared to pursue alchemy as it was considered to be a form of magic. However, St. Augustine believed that the study of nature was a way to better understand the beauty and wonder of God's creation. Many early Christian thinkers did recognize the value of science and encouraged the pursuit of knowledge. But the opposition to science was deeply rooted in concerns about the Church's authority, the imaginary threat of alchemy, and their fear of people thinking for themselves and leaving the congregation. Due to the Church's continued persecution, scientists and alchemists within the Church were forced to go underground with their knowledge, some creating secret societies like the Freemasons and other fraternal orders. It is my opinion that these men would soon discover that the physical world was nothing more than the manifestation of the spiritual. As above, so it is below. That which has been will return again, as in heaven, so on earth. These are the words of Hermes Trismegistus, a Greek philosopher and alchemist, whose beliefs were closely aligned with the beliefs of the founders of this nation, who were deists. The founders of this nation knew that God was real, and that religion was a lie, a tool used to control the masses and suppress the truth.